The female reproductive system is very sophisticated and makes it possible for a woman to become pregnant and give birth. Some of its major roles are producing eggs or ova, allowing sexual intercourse, protecting and nourishing the fertilized egg, and giving birth. The internal organs that are involved in these processes are the vagina, uterus, fallopian tubes, cervix, and ovary. Women go through the menstrual cycle, the period, to prepare for a possible pregnancy every month. The lining of the uterus during the cycle thickens and produces rich blood vessels to get ready for potential pregnancy. If the woman does not get pregnant, the thickened lining breaks down as blood and is removed from her body over an average period of 3 to 8 days. The first 2 weeks of the menstrual cycle is called the follicular phase. Menstrual bleeding occurs in the early part of the 14 days. While this happens, the reproductive system also prepares to ovulate again by releasing hormones that form several follicles on the ovary. Eventually, these follicles turn into eggs, but only one egg reaches full maturity. The 14th day of the cycle is called the ovulatory phase. The matured egg is released from the follicle and is ready to either travel to the fallopian tube after fertilization or disintegrate within the next 24 hours. Day 14 to 28 of the menstrual cycle is the luteal phase, when levels of progesterone rise and prevent the endometrial lining from shedding. If the egg is not fertilized, the progesterone level drops, which signals the body to begin shedding. Now we've covered the menstrual cycle, but let's find out more about how the egg turns into an actual embryo. During ovulation, the woman's ovaries produce a mature egg. This egg then travels into the fallopian tube and remains there until a sperm fertilizes it within 24 hours, though the egg disintegrates after this time period. The sperm takes a long journey through the woman's fallopian tube and several natural barriers in order to fertilize the egg. If within those 24 hours of the egg's presence in the fallopian tube, a single sperm cell may successfully penetrate and fertilize the egg. The fertilized egg will start to grow rapidly, producing and dividing into many cells. These new cells then travel up to the uterus after 3 to 4 days, where implantation may occur. Implantation is the process of the fertilized egg attaching to the lining of the uterus, called the endometrium. The cells will continue to divide and promote growth. Finally, these cells turn into the placenta, an organ that develops in a woman's uterus to protect and nourish the embryo and developing fetus. The heart will start beating from week 5, and the other organs will begin to form shortly thereafter. Now, let's move on to the male reproductive system, which, unlike the female reproductive system, includes external and internal organs. The external organs consist of the penis, scrotum, and testicles, whereas the internal organs include the vas deferens, prostate, and urethra. The penis is a part of not only the reproductive system, but also the urinary system in males. On the inside of the penis is the urethra. The scrotum is the sac of skin behind the penis that contains the testicles. The testicles, or testes for short, are the round structures that produce the sperm and male sex hormone called testosterone. The vas deferens are long paired muscular tubes that allow the sperm to be transported from the epididymis, which is attached to the testes, to the prostate and urethra. The prostate produces fluids that supply the sperm with nourishment. The middle of the prostate includes a thin passage that is a part of the urethra. The urethra is a thin tube that extends from the bladder to the penis. It is responsible for carrying urine or the semen, also known as the sperm, which are excreted through the penis.